Hi guys, today's topic is tangent ratio, okay? So we're going to be dealing with trigonometry right now, and trigonometry comes from the Greek words meaning triangle measurement. So we're dealing with triangles and measuring, okay? So part one is using the tangent ratio. So tangent of angle A, this is just an example and an explanation. So tangent of angle A is going to be the leg opposite to, which is if I go to A, it's directly across, okay, over the leg adjacent to. Leg adjacent means I go to that angle, and it's going to be the one right next to. It's not adjacent, will never be the diagonal one, okay? This is your hypotenuse. Okay, so we have tangent, tan of A, for short, okay, is the opposite over adjacent. So we're opposite over the adjacent. So let's work through these together. So number one says, write the tangent ratios for angle U and angle T. So let's do angle U first. So we go to angle U, okay? And we know it's going to be opposite, which is 4, over adjacent. So I go to U, and it's the one right next to U, but it's not the diagonal one. So it's going to be 3. Okay, so 4 over 3. Okay? And you can look to see if you simplify it, but this one can't be simplified, so we leave it like that. Okay, so now the next one, tangent ratio of angle T. So we go to T, we go to the one directly across from it, which would be 3. So we have 3 over. Now, the tangent of T, the leg adjacent, would be 4, not 5. 5 is the hypotenuse, it's the diagonal one. So the adjacent is always the straight one that's right next to. So 3 over 4. I can't simplify, so I'm done. Okay, let's try one more example of these. Number 2, find the tangent ratios for angle S and angle R. So we go to angle S, opposite over adjacent. Opposite of S is 7. Adjacent to S, that's not diagonal, would be 3. Okay, can't simplify it, so we move on. Angle R, tangent of R. So opposite, which was 3, over the adjacent, which would be 7. So 3 over 7. Okay? Fair enough, and now we're going to keep moving on to number 3, where it says find the value of x using tangent ratios. Okay? So remember that tangent, okay, let's see, tangent is the opposite over adjacent. So we're going to need to solve this. So solving for x, okay? So we know that we're given the angle, which is 23 degrees. So tan of 23 degrees is going to be equal to the opposite. So here's angle, so it's also known as angle E, 23 degrees. Okay, opposite is 5 over the adjacent, which would be x, but it's missing. So this is how I set it up. The angle is for tangent, okay, opposite is 5 over x, which is the adjacent. And we're going to be solving for x. Okay, so we need to get x all by itself. So this can be a little bit tricky, okay, but we're going to multiply x to both sides. So then I would have x times tangent of 23 is equal to 5. I need to solve for x, so I'm going to divide by tangent of 23. Divide by tangent of 23. So x is equal to 5 divided by the tangent of 23. And you're just going to plug this right into your calculator, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So we're going to hit 5. We're going to use parentheses for everything. So we have 5 in parentheses. Okay, double parentheses because we're going to close the whole thing in. So 5 divided by, parenthesis, tangent, and then we have 23. So then we're going to close that one, and we're going to close it again. Okay, we get 11.77, so we can round that to 11.8. Okay, so we have 5 divided by the tangent of 23. You can just type it right into your calculator if you don't want to use all the parentheses, okay? But you just have to be careful, okay? Let's move on to the next one. Remember, you can pause the video at any time so that you can copy down questions. You can replay the video as many times as you need to and send me an email with any questions that you may have. Okay, number 4. Okay, same concept as last time. We know that tangent is opposite over adjacent. Okay, so that's our formula that we need to keep in mind. So here we have tangent, right? Our degree is 54, is equal to opposite, which is x, over the adjacent, which is right next to it, which is 10. So now, instead of x being on the bottom, it's on the top now. So to solve this, we need to get x all by itself. So now I can just multiply by 10 to both sides. So I have 10 times the tangent of 54 is equal to x. This one's a little easier to solve for. So now I just multiply 10 times the tangent of 54. Okay, so 10 times the tangent of 54. Okay, so we're going to do 10 times the tangent of 54, which is 13.76. Okay, and we're going to round that to just 13.8. So 13.8 is equal to x. Okay? Part 2, we're going to be using the inverse tangent function. Okay, so it's really important that you have a scientific calculator or you use the online scientific calculator. Your iPhones or most phones have the calculator, and if you turn it sideways, it should have these functions on it as well. So for number 5, it says find the measure of angle x. So we're given a triangle with 3 different measures. Okay, we're finding the measure of x, tan x. So I know tan x, right, is opposite over adjacent. Opposite over adjacent. So opposite would be 6, adjacent would be 8. Can I simplify 6 over 8? Yeah. If I divide both sides by 2, I get 3 over 4. And if I want to put this as a decimal, I just do 3 divided by 4 in my calculator is 0.75. Okay? So once you get that point, okay, we found tan x, but they want us to find the measure of angle x. So when we find the measure, we have to find tan first. Okay, and then you're going to do the inverse. So tan -1, right? It's just the symbol for inverse tangent. Okay? We're going to do that of 0.75. And I'm going to show you how to plug this into the calculator. So right here where tangent is, you can see the tan -1. So you're going to hit second and tan, so you get tan -1. And you're going to type in the 0.75, close the parenthesis. When you do that, you should get 36.86, and we'll just round that to, it to the nearest whole. So 36.8, so we're going to round that to 37. Okay, and then it was said the measure, so you add the degree sign. So the measure of angle x is 37 degrees. Okay? Let's do the next one. This time we're not given a triangle. It says find the measure of angle j if tan j is 43. So they already give us what tan j is. So all we have to do is take tan -1 of 43. Okay, so again, tan -1 of 43, plug it into the calculator, hit enter, we get 88.67. So we're just going to round this to 80. So we got 88.6, right? And we're going to round it to the nearest whole number. So the measure of angle j is 89. Okay? Just like that.